The functions f, g, and h are defined as follows. So we have the function f, which is 7 minus x. We have the function g, which is x squared. And we have the function h, which is 5 to the power of x. And we have to determine expressions for h of f of x. And so what we have is we have a composite function. We have a function within a function. So the parent function here is h. The baby function here is f, all right? And so again, the parent function here is h, and h of x is equal to 5x. And the baby function is f of x. So we have f of x is equal to 7 minus x. That's the baby function. So we have to take this function, f of x, and put it inside of this parent function, which is 5 to the power of x. So so h of f of x, so h of f of x is equal to, so wherever we see x here, instead of putting x, we're going to put f of x because we're putting the function inside of this next function. So we're taking this baby function, we're putting it inside of the parent function. So again, wherever we see x, we have to put f of x. And so h of f of x is equal to 5 to the power of f of x. But what is f of x? Well, f of x is simply 7 minus x. And so h of f of x is equal to 5 to the power of 7 minus x. And that's our answer to this question. Next, we have to determine expressions for g of h of x. G of h of x. This is again a composite function. So we have two functions, a parent function and a baby function. And we have to take this baby function and we have to put it inside of the parent function. So the parent function is g of x, the baby function is h of x. We have to take h of x and put it inside of the parent function. Now, so g of h of x can be expressed as h of x squared. Now, why is that the case? Because notice that g of x is equal to x squared. And so instead of putting x, we're going to put h of x because h of x is the baby function. We're going to put the baby function inside of the parent function. So instead of putting x, we're going to put h of x. And so g of h of x is equal to h of x squared. So x squared, h of x squared. Now, what is h of x? Well, h of x is 5 to the power of x. So we have 5 to the power of x squared. Now, we're going to simplify this some more. So since we have this exponent inside and this exponent on the outside, we can actually multiply those two exponents. So x times 2 is going to be 2x. And so g of h of x is equal to 5 to the power of 2x. And what we can do is we can take this x and we can put it on the outside. And so we actually have here is 5 squared to the power of x. And 5 squared, what is 5 squared? Well, 5 squared is actually 25. And so we have 25 raised to the power of x. And so that means that g of h of x is equal to 25 raised to the power of x. And that's our answer to this question. Finally, we need to determine expressions for f inverse, the inverse of the function f. So we have to figure what is the inverse of f. Now, f is defined as 7 minus x. That's what the function f is. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to set f of x equal to y. So we have y is equal to 7 minus x. That's what we're going to do. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take, we're going to swap x and y. So these x and y, we're going to switch places. So we put x here, we put y here. And the third thing that we're going to do is we're going to solve for y. And so we take the 7, it was a positive 7, we send it over the equal sign, becomes a negative 7. So we have x minus 7 is equal to negative y. Next thing that we do is we divide both sides of this equation by negative 1. So this and this cancel. So we have that y is equal to negative x minus 7, because x minus 7 divided by negative 1 is equal to negative 1 multiplied by x minus 7. And so what we're going to do is we're going to distribute this negative 1 over front. So you have a negative 1 multiplied by x and -1 multiplied by -7. And -1 multiplied by x is simply -x. And -1 multiplied by -7 is a +7 because a negative times a negative is a positive. And so we have that -x plus 7, -x plus 7 is equal to y. And then the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to take y, and instead of putting y, we're going to put f inverse. So f inverse of x is actually equal to -x plus 7. And so that's what f inverse is. F inverse of x is equal to -x plus 7. And that's our answer to this question.